Good morning. So I know I pretty much have like the same monotone in almost all my videos and whatnot, but that's just kind of who I am, so whatever. Um, yeah, today I don't know, I just feel really unmotivated. Yesterday I surprisingly had a lot of motivation, a lot of energy. I don't know where it came from. Um, it just kind of organically spawned from nowhere. Um, but it did what it did, and it got me through the day in a fantastic, in a fantastic way. Um, Not Dr. Seuss. Um, so there should be a drinking game for every time I say so. You get really fucked up. Um, but I guess my thoughts on today and what's going on are just kind of really interesting. I just have to look at them. Um, what they like. I want to get out. Okay, here's the thing: is I have a problem managing time and goals. I know what they are, and I know what my goals are. It's just getting from point A to point B. I always want to skip to point Z. I always want to be at the end of where I'm supposed to be. I want to be at the head of my game, which makes me really intense with my goals and stress on them a lot. Such as yesterday when I was stressing out about a project that I had, um, rather than just kind of letting things happen and see where it went. So yesterday I just kind of threw my hands up and I was like, okay, I guess this is how it's going to be. And for whatever reason, I actually ended up doing really well. Um, I just kind of got in there, started working on the project, um, and I didn't really notice. I noticed that I was doing well, and I noticed that I was happy with the progress I was making. The teacher extended the project anyways for an hour or an hour longer into the next class. I'm fairly confident I'll get at least a B minus or C plus, that range. I only say that because the teacher is one of those teachers who you really have to impress him. He says there are no A's unless you go above and beyond. Um, and as I had mentioned before, in that specific software, um, I am not confident in my abilities. I don't think I'll ever use that software again. Again, I'll really have to focus for Pro Tools, um, or for the next software Pro Tools, because I will need that. If I decide to collaborate with anyone in the future, or I need to send it into someone to have them um, fix something or edit or whatever you want to call it, master. Um, but yeah, I think the reason why I stress so much is because I've just now started to get things in order, and a lot of people, I feel, have started to do that a lot younger, at a lot younger ages, and they're a lot further. I know I'm not them, but it still bugs me that um, people younger than me or about the same age have a one up. Um, and so I guess it's just more of a I want to do better for myself type situation, um, which is always good. You should always be improving yourself. You should always be learning, um, which is what I fully intend on doing. Um, I just gotta. I have a tendency to get really high anxiety about it and get really um, agitated, and then I want to give up, and then I'll always come back. I'm very persistent, but I'll I'll aim really high, I'll fall flat, and then I'll give up. But I've not been giving up lately. My recoil time, if you will, has been a lot better lately. Where I'll fall up, I'll get annoyed, and then I'll come back. Whereas before in the past, I would get knocked down, stay down for a while, and then pick it back up, and then slowly and pretty much repeat the process. It's not a good process, but now I have a couple different things I want to get. I want to get um, a job so that I can start contributing with my boyfriend, um, and also make money to pay off the student loans when I start after paying those back. Um, Buy things um, outside of my student loans, um, and so that I can actually just improve life and get some other products I want to get. Like, and it's been bugging me too that I've been using my financial aid, because one of the reasons why I've been going this route is because I've already used a lot of my financial aid, and I didn't really figure out the first year what I wanted to use my financial aid for. And if I could tell myself anything within the past decade, or even past 5 years, I would tell myself two things. I'd either tell myself, A, to not go to college. I know it sounds awful, but one of the main reasons was for the wrong reasons, was to get financial aid for extra money. But now, or I tell myself, don't go back in school and if you do go back into school, do it when you're ready, or emotionally and mentally ready. Because I wasted financial aid the first year or two because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I pretty much hated everything, and it was just not a good time. But now I'm on a different end, and I want to get a job that's... So managing my time getting a job, and between getting a job and learning to do what I want to do, so that I can have a career, or at least have like something that I want to do, and I can still be profitable from it. It's very satisfying, and like I know in the end, like right now, I'm like tearing myself apart. I hear that's a struggle that just kind of happens, like when you're in your larval stage of whatever you want to do. Like, because it's not easy getting from like climbing up a well, more or less. But once you get to that top, you'll just be like, you'll just throw a middle finger at it, and life will be good. And you can just smile and be like, well, like, I don't even know. Yeah, the middle finger thing was probably the best reference I have. But yeah, another mention really quick is just that we're balancing time between finding work, finding the medium, the play, like the audio stuff I want to do, and then also finding at least like one day or one event to go to each week to release from all of it. I don't have that right now, and one part of me is like, work, don't even care about that, and then the other part of me is like, but the reason side is like, you need that, man, or else you're just everyone needs a release in many ways. You take your mind with that wherever you will. I'm done.